penalties were huge in this game again. I thought that we were eliminating those, but we had a couple just getting our head around playing the ball a little bit better on defense, and then a holding penalty took a lot of steam out of us in the fourth quarter. But I like to drive at the end and to win the ball game.
Do you have an update on Richard Sherman's hamstring?
Pulled his hamstring.
Winning 3 games in 11 days is very hard to do, especially when you have to go on the road for a couple of them. Just you have a beat-up football team. Just how much have they gutted up?
Yeah, I mean, we really need this rest, and hopefully we'll see who we can get back, if anybody. And but the ones who've been playing, they definitely need the time off.
Do you have any indication of how serious the hamstring injury is? I mean, I know those can take a long time to heal.
I have no idea. He just happened.
Last drive, just the throw to AB that kind of clinched it, if you will. I know you still need to run, but how key was the connection?
Oh, it's huge, and great route and a hell of a throw. You know, Tom got out of the pocket, and it's a couple of times this year he slid out of the pocket to the right and made big plays down the field.
Fournette's been steady for you lately. Can you just speak to his performance tonight?
Yeah, Lenny's been really, really good. Really solid run and pass protection. He's playing as a really good 3-down back right now at a high level.
Decision to go for it there on 4th and 3, just trying to end the game there? Or?
Yeah, trying to ice it and trust our offense to get it done, and we didn't get it done, you know. So you win some, you lose some.
Bruce, you feel like Tom was okay and the thumb wasn't a factor very much tonight?
Yeah, nothing. No, nothing whatsoever.
Just like this and get 3 wins, how much of a boost does it give your team?
Oh, it's huge. You know, it's huge to keep the lead in our division, and anytime you can win road games, it's big. You know, and I've always said if you can win your home games and split on the road, you'll be in the playoffs every year.
What can you say about the performance of O.J. Howard?
Oh, the juice is getting better and better. He stepped up every week, and this was by far his best game, yeah.
Bruce, you talked about wanting to hold teams to 17 or less. This was more than that tonight, but given the circumstances, losing a player early, how much did the defense help carry you?
I thought defense played really good. We had a bunch of good stops. It was just the 2 long play penalties, and you know, and kept letting Jalen get out of the pocket to his right, which was the game plan was not to let that happen. But he's pretty quick.
How much of an issue was Jalen in terms of the vulnerability and keeping plays alive?
Yeah, I mean that's about all the offense they had. They popped a couple of runs late and were playing pass defense, but you know, just him scrambling, him getting out of the pocket, improvising. I like the way we handled all the design plays. It was the improvised plays that are tough.
I know it's still early and you're just trying to figure out the situation with Richard Sherman, so it's probably premature to ask this, but are you going to have to go out and look for more? I mean, is the roster at some point going to have to suit up for you?
No, we'll just keep playing with the guys we got, and you know, see what happens, see how long of an injury it is, and next man up.
Bruce, in New England, we had an injury. You turned to Pierre there. What was the deciding reason to go with?
Well, we had Pierre was playing a lot of nickel in this game, or dime, and we didn't want to lose that package. He was covering Ertz, and D's done a good job for us when he's been out there.
AB to sold it away. Is he the first route read or just?
No, it's probably the third, you know, and the first 2 quick ones he breaks contain and just finds him, and that's one thing AB does. Now he'll run and get to an open spot when he sees the quarterback moving.
I know Antoine Winfield wasn't able to make the trip. How close is he to clearing the concussion protocol?
We probably could have had 2 or 3 guys play if this game on Sunday.
I mean, it's a hard road to get there, especially with the 3 games in 11 days. How do you feel about where you're at?
I feel great, you know, with all the injuries we've had in the secondary and things what we've been doing. I like where our football team is right now, and first place, and another big one with some rest, you know, at home.
Fournette's playing, but he brings this physical element, right, that your football team really thrives on, right?
Oh, there's no doubt. You see the defensive guys jumping up and down on the sidelines, and Rowe ran really well too tonight, and it's a hell of a 1-2 punch. But yeah, Lenny's punishing people.
I know you said the hand didn't bother Tom at all, but how much is he going to be able to benefit from this extra rest, and will you tell him not to throw for X amount of days or anything like that?
I won't see him till Tuesday. I won't see any of them guys till Tuesday. They have to get tested on Monday, but we'll give him off till Tuesday. And yeah, he'll take time to get. But he doesn't take too much time from getting treatment though.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
I feel like you guys really grinded this out physically to get this done.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. It was a good win. You know, it's tough to win on the road. And obviously we didn't play our best, so we got to get back to work. We got a, you know, good little break here, use it, and then get back to work, see if we can get better.
It didn't look like that fun was an issue throughout the game. How do you feel?
Great. Feel great. Awesome.
I think it's we're up 28-7. Is there anything they did defensively to change things and let them get back to the team?
I mean, they played tough. They got a good front. You know, they really clogged up the run game in there, and we just didn't hit as many passes as we needed to. So I thought they did a great job. They're, you know, they really made us earn it, and you know, we just came up short a few times.
Tom, Coach said your third down completion, Antonio, was not your first option. Is that
Yeah.
accurate?
Yeah, AB made a great play. Just dipped underneath the guy and then found space, kind of what he's done his entire career. So he made a huge play. It was awesome.
Your last touchdown, Leonard Fournette accounted for 43 yards, catching and running.
Yeah.
What is he doing to defenses now that's allowing you guys to be more diverse?
He's a great back. I mean, he's big, tough, catches it, runs, blocks, does everything for us. So great to have him in there. Obviously, when he's rolling, it's tough to stop us.
That fourth down, the decision to go for it there on 4th and 3, I'm sure you like that. What was that play like? Why didn't it work with OJ?
You know, just, you know, poor execution. So you know, I got to find a place to get the ball and execute it better. And you know, that's a big play. It's a big momentum play. We needed to hit that. We're glad we came back, battled through it, and made some plays there at the end like we needed to.
You connected with OJ on every other attempt at him, though,
Yeah.
before that. What has happened with you guys to give you guys that kind of a connection at this point?
He's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. Just works his butt off. Love OJ, everything he brings to our team. So he does an amazing job.
I know you said you feel great, you feel awesome, but how much is it going to help you to get this extra time off now and give you a little bit of rest over there?
You know, it's football season, so I'm just prepared to play football. So I feel great. I really do. So thank you guys.
When you
Last
go
one.
through, I'm sorry, when you go through a tough stretch like this, as you guys have gone through the last 11 days, and
Yep.
what does it say about the squad and where you are right now, and how much of a boost does it put you, or a good position does it put you for the future?
We got to get better. And I think that's what we got to do. We're obviously, you know, not even halfway into the season, so we got a long way to go. So thank you guys. Appreciate it.
you guys did to kind of set the tone early and build a big lead?
So we initially came out doing exactly what we wanted to do. We was focused, keyed in, but once they started going a little faster, we didn't have enough time to communicate and get to see the formation and get our keys and reads down. So got a little sloppy there, but we did enough to come out with the win.
Richard Sherman is such a presence on defense, even though he hasn't been here very long. How difficult was it to lose a guy like him on the first drive?
That's most definitely a hard hit for us. It just put us in a tougher situation, but we have a lot of guys who's ready to step up. They came and did their thing, held it down, but we most definitely missed the presence of everybody who's hurt and injured that hasn't been able to play. We missed them guys for sure.
How tough is it just to chase down Jalen? We saw his speed. So many times you guys could get him, and he literally pulled away from him.
Yeah, he pretty fast, man. Sucks though. I try not to think about it too much. I usually be hard on myself about it. I'm gonna let it go. I still played a good game, almost good game. Got to wrap him up though, man. I've been close. First couple weeks I wasn't getting there at all. Now I'm getting close. I gotta finish the deal now. But Hurts was a athletic quarterback in the pocket. He most definitely was making his plays. So we just gotta next phase for me is getting them down now, and I'm gonna work on that this week in practice. Well, not in practice, but in practice.
What to say about your team with the injuries you've had to win these 3 games in such a compressed time? I mean, it's hard to.
Oh, we know our mentality out there. Everybody on our team want to be a playmaker. Everybody want to make the plays and get the spotlight on them from time to time. So when that opportunity is when the opportunity comes, they take advantage of it and they make the plays. I know that's how I got my shot when I first in Denver. When I first got the opportunity, I wanted to make the play. I wanted to be the guy bad, and that motivation was driving me. And I'm pretty sure that's what's driving them. And you can see it on the field out there.
What do you think about Lenny when you just watch him play?
Man, Leonard, he surprised you every time, man. Every time you go out there, he surprised you because you know he got the power, he got the speed and the shakes too, and then he always just, like the one out here, he just put the foot in the ground and cut up on a guy, broke his ankles. He looked real good, man. I was happy. I'm proud of my boy Lenny, man. He went off.
It seems like he always shows up too when it's a big game or in just these big moments where you really, like this week, if Tom's son was bothering him more, I mean, this was a week to kind of show up and help him out, and it just seems like he always shows up in these really big moments. What do you think's behind that?
He's just been clutch for us. He getting his number called a little more often, and he's taking advantage of it. He want him to know that we can count on him if we need to, and he's been showing it the past few weeks. And I'm happy for him, man, because our running game hasn't been the best the first couple of weeks, but we was able to get it on track for the last few weeks, and now we more complete of a team, and we start building on what we want to build in the half of the end of the year.
Given the injuries you guys are dealing with on defense, how much did it help to have a first half where the offense had the ball like 22 minutes out of 30?
It was amazing. The first half went so fast. It felt like I haven't done anything in the first half because offense was on the field for a long time, but that's what we expect from them guys. They got everything on the side of the ball that they need to be successful. And when they gone like that, like nobody going to slow them down. And they've been doing that for the last few weeks now. So it's been a blessing to have them guys moving the ball like that.
Their last touchdown drive, was that their tempo that you were describing, or they were able to run the ball very effectively right down the field? What did you see on that?
Probably a misfit on both of the run plays. But yeah, that's part of speeding it up. We got to be at a full speed communication even when it's going fast. So we won't have them mishaps out there. But we're gonna continue to work on it, and pretty much we probably simulate it in practice some because that is like a little problem that we've been faced with from time to time. But not being able to see the formation, communicate everything to each other to make sure we're on the same page is that's been hurting us a little bit.
You guys were so hard to cut down on the penalties last year, and you made big strides on that. What needs to happen this year to get back to that?
We just need to relax and play the game, and when a play comes to us, Mega don't try to force it, don't try to be too aggressive out there. But, I mean, I will take the penalties that we had, like the Mike penalty. I will take that penalty all day, every day. Like, guys, they trying to make plays. They've been aggressive out there. We can live with those type of penalties. We just can't have the unnecessary roughness penalties and pre-snap penalties and stuff like that. But we can live with being aggressive, getting penalties like that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
deal with so many injuries tonight. What was it like when Richard Sherman, of all people, goes down on the opening drive?
It kind of caught me by surprise because I didn't realize it until I got to the sideline. But our mentality: next man up. Not the first time we had a DB go down.
One of the circumstances, how well do you feel about this defense? I know I got close to the end, but to keep them in check is what it is for 3 quarters.
I'm always confident in our defense. We just got to work on just finishing.
They didn't run the ball much at all until the fourth quarter. How predictable was it? How much were you expecting them to come at you guys and try and throw?
I mean, just the situation of the game. I figured that they had to pass the ball more, so I was thinking more pass and just allow them to run the ball because you run the ball, you're just wasting the clock.
How nice is it to have 10 days, to have a long weekend, just to rest and recuperate?
Oh my goodness, I'm going to enjoy it because this week it was a stretch. It was a stretch. Legs were sore, body sore, So I'm glad we get these 10 days to get our body back right.
Devin said he was going to go to Louisiana and was very excited about that. What are you planning on doing?
I'm gonna stay in Tampa on Friday. And then on Saturday, I'm gonna head down to Fort Lauderdale with my family.
He's down a couple games. What does it feel like to be able to make those big plays? It leads to a touchdown going the other way.
It feels good knowing that I'm able to just do what I've been telling myself, we need more interceptions, just focus on getting interceptions. Because I told you last week that I got a whiteboard. So now I can say I can erase the 1 and put 2 out of 5 now. Got 3 more.
I know you guys worked so hard last year to cut down on the penalties, and they kind of crept back up again this year. The 2 DPI penalties were really costly today. What is it going to take for you guys to get back to playing with less penalties?
You got to go back to the fundamentals. Technique. Really, it's all just technique.
Is that so for you, like on yours, for instance, it was a technique issue?
Yeah, it's a technique issue with me.
I know it got tight at the end there. Just talk about the defense and the way you guys kind of controlled the first 3 quarters of the game at least.
It was just a testament to what our game plan was throughout the week. We had it being a short week. Our coaches did a good job of game planning for us and putting us in the right position to, be successful. And we all came together throughout those 3 quarters. To put together a great defensive stand. But the 4th quarter got a little shaky, but we pulled it off.
They hit you with tempo on their last touchdown drive. They had some big runs. Shaq said it was hard to communicate a little bit as they were going faster. What did you see on that drive?
I'm not sure. We got to go put the tape on and reevaluate everything that we did. It might have been some miscommunication, but we held them, got the win, so that's all that matters right now.
How effectively do you think you guys contained Jalen?
Jalen's a great quarterback, great mobile quarterback. So, it's always tough facing guys like him. So, we could have done better in some aspects, but I think we did our best to keep him contained.
How hard is it when you lose a presence like Richard Sherman on the opening drive for your defense?
It's definitely hard losing, a veteran guy like that. But we had guys step up, step up to the task. So, we just tip our hats off to them.
You're healthier than most right now. But how much physically does it help to have 10 days to have a long weekend to rest?
Sure, you gotta love it. You gotta love those Thursday night games where you get a mini bye week after. So, gotta love it.
Anything else? Okay, thanks. We got Leonard Fournette.
Feel like you're in a groove right now, a rhythm over these last 3 or 4 games?
Nah, to be honest, this is hard work. That's all. Throughout the week, we have a game plan, and I just try to follow it as much as I can, you know, down to the core to help my team out, put us in a better position. And that's all I'm doing.
The first drive in the second half, it was 43 yards, I believe you accounted for. What was going through your mind on that drive? It was catching and running. You were just featured on just about every play.
Really just making plays, whether it's field goal range, scoring a touchdown, and I can't remember who scored the first touchdown. But things like that to set the next guy up to score. So that's pretty much anybody's on our team's job on offense.
How much more comfortable do you feel now than maybe last year?
Well, I mean, I came in 2 weeks for our first game, so just having that year under my belt makes a big difference. You know, understanding it, and especially playing with my guys for a year. You know, trusting them trusting me. So the lack of trust and accountability is there on both sides.
You and Tom seem much more in sync in the last couple weeks in the passing game. How much extra work have you put in that department?
After practice, always. You know, we go over extra routes. He's trying to tell me what he likes or what he thinks the route should be, and I just follow.
Is that pretty much a daily thing?
Yes, every day.
You continue to take on a larger role in this offense. To hear Bruce talk about you being a third down back and see the way they trust you more and more, how much does that help you?
It builds my confidence, definitely. The things that I'm doing, the little things that I'm doing, just keep doing it. It's gonna pay off. It's gonna work out. And our job each and every day, each and every night, practicing whatever routine is about winning. You know, so if that's what it takes to win, just doing the little things each and every day, you know, being accountable, I'm willing to do it.
There was a week when, you know, you could have potentially been needed, you know, because Brady, maybe his thumb was hurting him even more. Or in this situation, I mean, gosh, you guys with Richard Sherman, so you need to have longer drives. And just how much does it mean to you, the fact that you were able to, you know, have such a big role and contribute so much when your team just really needed you?
Number one, I think I'm just blessed to be in this position, you know, just from being cut. Now, being a part of helping this organization, this team win, I'm going to start off with that, and that's nothing but God. And also, for our coaches and my teammates trusting me, knowing and believing me, I can get the job done at the end of the day. So when you have that, you know, my teammates and plus my support from my family, you know, my kids, everybody back in New Orleans, sky's the limit for me.
This was a 6-point game. I mean, they got back in it. And talk about that last drive and just the attitude you guys have to run that clock out.
Yeah, definitely. It's football. You know, they get paid just like we get paid. That penalty they had, I knew the game was over. That's all we need is that one first down, you know. And I think great job on me, you know, knowing that they was going to talk a lot of smack and me just not worrying about it.
It takes a lot of self-control in the moment like that to, you know, restrain yourself, I guess, for one.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, that's what guys do. You know, with our team, the stardom we have, the players on our team, we expect that. You know, the people to chirp at us, do things like that. But at the end of the day, you know, imagine if I would have said something back, then it could have went both ways. Then my team was looking at me crazy, and the loss would have been on me.
If you would have been told, maybe like at the beginning of the year, that you guys would have lost this many guys on defense, this many starters, and that you guys would still be.
I wouldn't believe him. I wouldn't believe him. But like I say, we have guys that if anyone go down, they can back up. It's like it's not a drop off with this team, and that's the special thing about us.
Not saying anything back in that situation there. Is that something where earlier in your career, or if you weren't here, maybe you would have retaliated or responded?
I don't know. You know, that's a good question. I just don't know. You know, if we're up a lot, probably like 3-4 touchdowns, then yeah. But in a critical moment like that, knowing that we need this game, nah, probably wouldn't have. Okay, thank you. All right, appreciate it.